Alright, so let's continue with the Quiz Blastoff game in Scratch by writing the rest of the code to the fire that will ask the questions for the quiz. So now that we have this code here, which will set up our fire right at the beginning, we want to go to, from control, we want to grab a repeat until block, because we want the fire to continuously ask questions over and over and over again until it's touching the spaceship. Once it touches the spaceship, it's going to stop asking questions. So inside this hexagon of the repeat until block goes the condition that we want to check for when to stop asking questions, which is touching the spaceship. That block can be found inside sensing. The very first block here says touching mouse pointer. Click on that, drag it out, and place it inside this hexagon. If you hold the touching mouse pointer block and put its left side in the hexagon, you should see it light up. Then click on the little black arrow next to mouse pointer and choose Spaceship. Now we want to ask the question. Still inside of sensing, the fifth block down says ask what's your name and wait. Pull that block out and place it underneath, right inside the repeat until touching spaceship block. Now we don't want to ask what's your name over and over and over again. We want to ask them the question, at least the first question to start with, in our list of questions. So to do that, we're going to go to Data and scroll down while we're in the list blocks and find the block that says Item 1 of Answers and place that right inside the Ask block where it says What's your name? Next, where it says Answers, click on the down arrow and choose Questions because we want to ask a question, not an answer. Then, we don't want to be asking the first question over and over and over again. Instead, we want to ask the current question we're on, and that number is being stored inside the variable called question number. So, still inside of Data, scroll up and grab the round block that says question number. And place that inside the Item 1 of Questions block where the number 1 is. Now, when you hit the green flag, after the Spaceship explains the rules, you should see that the very first question that you wrote in your list pops up. You can answer it, but it will continuously ask the same question because we're not doing anything with that information yet. The next thing we need to do is check if the answer is correct. And if it's not, we're going to shrink it. If it is, we're going to make the fire grow. So go to Control and grab the If Then Else block. It has 2 mouths. Place that right underneath the Ask Item Question Number of Questions and Wait block. Now, the condition we want to check is if the answer is correct. We have all of the correct answers stored in another list. So, we can check if the answer is equal to the number in the list. To get the equal sign, go to Operators, and the 7th block down is the equal sign. Pull it out and place that right inside of the hexagon of the if-then block. Then go to Sensing, and right underneath the Ask block, it says Answer. Pull out that round block and place it on one side of the equal sign. For the other number, to know what the answer actually is, we can go to Data, and just like we did for the Asking block, we'll grab the Item 1 of Answers block and place that in the other side of the equal sign. Then, we want this one to stay answers, but we want this to be the question number. So again, we're going to pull out the question number block and place it where the 1 is. Now, this is saying if the answer is correct, what do we want to do? We want to grow. To make our fire grow, click on Looks and pull out the Change Size by 10 block and place it in both. In the next video, we will be finishing this code by changing the numbers depending on what we want it to do and making the questions always change.